My ex keeps telling me he wants to come back, try to keep me as supply, but also wants new supply. 100%. They want their cake and eat them too. You helped me leave a 17-year-long year of boosting. Awesome. Super glad to hear that. It's the program for people who have been divorced for years but cannot break from the trauma bond. Yes, 100%. Like it's trauma bond specific. Like it helps you break from the trauma bond. How to get my appetite back? It's been 2 months. It's a lot of different nuances there. I don't have a one cut answer. Part of it is we got to start working and building in your confidence and repetition habits. Why did you start doing these videos? Great question. It's been a long time since I've even talked about that. I started doing videos I started doing posts initially. This was a little side trail, okay? I started doing posts on my personal Instagram, I don't know, a couple years ago. And when I did, I had people come out of the woodworks, typically Christians, people I went to school with, other idiots. Okay, I had people come out of the woodwork being like, "What are you doing? Like, you shouldn't be talking about this on social media." And I had one guy that I even went to school with, and he was like, "You shouldn't be talking about this on social media. Like, what happens when your daughter grows up and she sees all this, like all this stuff that he sees that you've like cheated and all this kind of stuff?" I'm like, "Good," because like she should know that I'm here to be honest. For me, the initial, so anyways, long story short, so I started on Instagram. I started posting, like I got a bunch of flack from it. I stopped. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to do this. And then I went to TikTok. And so I kind of love TikTok the most. Sorry, guys. But I went to TikTok, and then I was like, okay, I'm just going to post a video. That got traction. I was like, okay, I'm going to keep posting. It wasn't about the posting of like, oh, I get a bunch of traction, but it also confirmed the honesty that I was showing up, because I was like, I need to be honest to myself, first and foremost, before anything else. I need to be honest to my wife. I need to be honest to my therapist. I need to be honest to people around me. Then I was like, I need to be honest to everybody. If I'm honest with everybody, then it helps me continue down this road of me working on myself versus like slipping back into it. So like my initial, this is a random rabbit trail, but my initial reason of even posting on any of the platforms was to work on my honesty of just putting it out there. If I'm like, it's out there, there's nothing I can hide from it. It's there. Like, hey, this is me. I'm a narcissist. I've cheated 5 times. Like, got to the place where I've broken, ruined everything. Like, my wife left with my daughter, about lost the house, lost my job, like all this kind of stuff. And that still wasn't enough to make me change. Okay, so stop thinking like maybe I can get my narcissist to change. Okay, it had to get down to the place of me willing to be honest. Okay, otherwise nothing is ever going to change. Okay. And so then, then we started on the social media platform, started producing. Then people were like, hey, I want to talk to you. I started doing coaching, like one-on-one, did that for a good period of time. Met with like multiple hundred people. It actually gave us the criteria to start putting together some of the programs, because we started seeing patterns of like, if we can talk to people on this day, it will help transform life this way. And then we kept moving it through. And then we developed the 45-day challenge. We started then with we came back and did like a prequel, the 7-day challenge before it, and then developed our Thriver community to actually help people maximize and grow who they actually are. Like, we've dialed it in. Is it perfect? No, not at all. But it is something that we've been tried and tested for multiple times of getting to the place of saying like, this actually freaking works. That's why someone said on Instagram, they're like, your enthusiasm is contagious. That's why it's contagious, because I see it on the flip side. Like I see it with a person who thought she was getting ready to die with a brain hemorrhage, that is now maximizing her business, now has multiple employees under her, no longer like is no contact with a narcissist, doesn't think anything about him, is not triggered in that regard, and is maximizing her life. Like, I see another person that was enmeshed in the business with a narcissist that is now buying him completely out, has been able to take back her power and is moving forward as a strong way. And she's going to maximize her growth. Like, we've been talking like business wise, like maximize the growth. It's insane. Like, I've seen this transformation happen. So like at this point, it becomes more than just like, I'm excited about it. Like, or I need you to buy a program. Like, I don't freaking care. You can buy the program, you cannot, doesn't matter. What matters is you have to get off the fence. You have to get off the fence of indecisiveness and deciding, are you actually going to change your life? Or are you satisfied with where it currently is? Are you satisfied with the cost that it's given you over the past several years, and satisfied for that cost to continue moving forward? You join one of the programs, I help support you. You don't, then I wish you the best. At the end of the day, I don't need you to do it for me. I need you to do it for you. That is the only reason. And the reason why I'm passionate about it is because I know it freaking works. Okay? What is the cost about? The 7-day challenge is $7. So you can access that at escapetoxicity.com. The clarity challenge is $297. It's like 51 days of content because there's some bonus ones, or you can split it up over 3 months. Okay. I got on my little soapbox. Okay. That's why I bring it up. What's up, Kim? Awesome. It's good to see you. Another person that is maximizing her life too. That's awesome. The part that's so scary is I knew that I was going to die if I didn't leave him. 100%. Like, and the thing is, until you get to the place where you're like, this is actually what I have to do, you typically won't do it. Okay. Anyways. What was the one question people keep responding to? We already gave you an answer. How do you know it's the last discard when you actually make sure it's the last discard? Separated from a narcissist who refused to get a job for 5 years. When will he get a job? Who knows? Literally spent $10,000 on marriage counseling. Stacy, I feel that. I had a client that worked with us for a little while. The $7 escape toxicity challenge is 7 days. $7 7 days. That's it. Morning, Kimberly. It's good to see you. But yeah, sorry, I lost my spot. Yeah, literally spent $10,000 on marriage counseling. Like, I've been there. Like, there's a client that we had that when she came and started working with us the year before, she'd spent $10,000 on her own personal therapy. We got farther in like a week, well, 2 weeks, because she worked with it like multiple times a week. Like, we got farther in a couple weeks than what she did in all that money. Like, I'm not better than a therapist, guys. Like, I'm not even tooting my own horn and being like, oh, look at this. I'm just saying I have results. Like, I have results of being able to help people actually move forward, because when they're able to understand it from a different perspective, they're able to see it. Once we rewire your mindset, it will help you break the trauma bond, get rid of the rumination, then we start maximizing your life. Then we start growing. Like, the journey that we take you on is twofold. One, it's a healing journey, and then two, it's a growth mindset. The healing journey is going through the Clarity Challenge. If you sign on with the Thriver community, you get the Clarity Challenge included with it. I extend it out, give you an extra month free. Okay. But you first start off, the first aspect is everybody goes to the Clarity Challenge, period. Like, whether they come straight into Thriver or whether they graduate from the 7-day challenge, they go into the Clarity Challenge, because we have to break the trauma bond. Okay. When we break the trauma bond and help you actually move forward, then we can actually maximize your life. Then we start focusing on your body, being, balance, and business. Then we start focusing on your fitness, how you show up spiritually, like your relationships, like your business or the job that you're at. Then we start focusing of like, hey, let's go this direction. Website for the 7-day challenge, the link's in all the bios. So when you go to my homepage and hit the bio, or you can type in escapetoxicity.com. I always misspell toxicity, so you can just click the link in the bio. Okay. Yeah, 100%. A lot of therapists don't understand. And it's not knocking on therapists. Like, I have a therapist. I see a therapist every single week. Been doing that for, I don't know, it's like 2+ years or whatever. Okay. Like, you need to get to the place of like understanding. There's a lot of therapists that are well-intentioned, but they don't have the tools to understand this because they haven't actually walked through it. They know the textbook. The textbook honestly does shit for you.